guys, Arwen here. Welcome to another tarot and oracle card reading. This is going to be a timeless reading. I have multiple messages for you. The first one I feel like is there's a part of you that is afraid to step out of your comfort zone and afraid to do something new. The thing that has been on your heart, the thing that you've been longing to do, like you kind of know in the back of your mind, like it's time to make a shift, to make a change, or at least experiment and do something new or change your situation up in somehow. But I feel like you're kind of a little bit scared of being overwhelmed, or you feel like you don't have enough resources, or you're focused on how things are not correct or it's not the right time. I'm getting that there is a part of you that does kind of like the semblance of like safety where you are. So it feels like this dichotomy, like there's a little bit of uncomfortableness where you are. You don't really want to be where you are, but there is some safety in being where you are because you know you're not going to be overextended. You know you're not going to be asked to do too much, right? And it's like, well, if I start this new thing, then I might be overwhelmed. I might end up being drained. I might end up like not being able to show up fully for all the things that I need to do when I want to do. And it does feel like not wanting to be just like overloaded, okay? The other cards I have are the importance of sleep and time to rise. So the more self-care and sleep that you get, the more it is going to enable you to do the things that you actually want to do. And I'm really getting to reflect on what are the things that you're doing that are draining you and how can you release that and replace them with nourishing things. The first thing that's coming to my mind is like right before you go to bed, the last few hours before you go to bed, maybe do some experiments of like instead of being on social media or watching a screen or doing something like that, maybe like connect with yourself, snow sounds, crystal bowl sounds, read a book, something that's like different, or like connect with your partner or connect with your animal, something that is like different to really prime yourself for before you go to sleep, okay? And that is going to allow you to have more energy during the day and allow you to express yourself. The second thing that's coming up is tell your story and choose love. There is expression that is wanting to release itself, wanting to get out of you. Like it's like stuck in here. You have so many things you want to say, so many things that you want to express, but they're not like, they're staying internal in your mind and they're not being spoken out loud. I'm kind of hearing that even if you just speak them out loud, even if nobody, even if like you're not telling anybody, that in itself is beneficial because it's getting it out, right? If that is where you are, that is great and perfect. And you could also like, just like film yourself saying the thing, but like don't post it. Something about expressing yourself and kind of getting that energy unlocked and released, I feel like is really gonna shift things greatly. And if I feel into that, even just doing that for like 3 days, I feel like would make a big difference, but especially if you did it for 7 days. Even if you didn't post it, even if you didn't tell anyone, even if you just did it for yourself. This could also be writing it in a journal or writing it in the book, because we also have what do you seek and name your thing. And what I'm getting from this is like, are you being actually honest with yourself about your actual desires? Have you actually gotten to the bottom? I think maybe you haven't identified the gem at the bottom, which is why you're having trouble moving forward and you're kind of in this like restrictive energy of, well, it's kind of safer and easier to stay here, right? Because you haven't gotten to the root of what are you actually seeking? What do you actually want? What is the thing? What are you afraid to admit to yourself or afraid to acknowledge? And the truth will set you free. So seeing that thing, acknowledging that thing, being like, yep, that's what it is, that will like open up a new door. It'll allow the energy to flow more. And you might need to speak it daily or write it daily, somehow express yourself daily in order for that energy to unlock itself. As I'm feeling like if you don't get it unlocked and you don't get it released, you're going to keep staying in this like no man's land of not moving forward, being in your head, like thinking, well, I know I should do this, this, and this, but you're not actually doing this, this, and this. Thinking you don't have enough resources, thinking you don't have enough time. And those outside things are not the problem. It's that you just haven't reached your truth. You haven't acknowledged your truth. You haven't said your truth. You haven't said your truth out loud. You haven't said your truth to yourself. Okay. All right. All right, so let's see what other cards we have here. We have 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles reversed. What I'm feeling from this energy is maybe using social situations or social media to distract yourself from what you know you need to be doing. There might be some unhealthy connections you have in your life or people that you hang out with that like you're okay with allowing yourself to be distracted because it means you don't need to focus on the thing you actually know you need to be focused on. But from earlier in the reading, we know you're not focused on that because you actually haven't reached your truth, okay? So the outside circumstances not being right is actually not true. The truth is that you haven't gotten to your deeper truth, expressed it and acknowledged it. And because of that, you know, you're okay with being distracted by other people sometimes. You know you kind of need to start to walk away from these things. These might be social media apps. These might be certain people. But you do know it is time to do that. And this other part of you that is like on the other side of this isn't doing this behavior, okay? That part of you has already transversed this. It's already able to look back on the other side, right? And so a new version of you is doing different things, is feeling different things, okay? Has different habit patterns, etc. Because I'm really feeling, I'm just being drawn right back to that like truth again. Like going back to the truth. The truth is going to set you free. It's going to make things be clear. It's going to make things be easy. You're just going to be like, oh, that was so simple. It's going to create simplicity. It's going to create simplicity. Yeah, and I almost feel like tingles down my head when I say that. It's going to create simplicity for you. And you're just going to be like, oh, it's this. Oh, I just need to focus on this. Or, oh, this is actually what's most important now. This is actually what's nourishing for me and feels good to me. Okay? Okay. Then the next thing we have is the painter and the archetype. Architect, excuse me, not archetype. So expressing yourself, each time you take a step and you express yourself, like in this example, if you painted a painting and then another painting and then another painting, suddenly when you painted the third painting, it's like the blueprint is going to like download in your head of like what the next step is and how you need to proceed forward and what you need to do next and do next and do next. And then it's going to unfold before you. Okay. So that's this new energy with the Fool. Okay. Now you're going to be like, oh, and so you're going to be all the way on the other side of this and you're going to be like, oh, okay, well, the next thing I need to do is this and this and this. So it's more engaging in your creativity and just getting that expression out. I would focus more on getting your expression out and releasing the energy that is inside you, even if it's just for you and not for anybody else, but just to allow it to pour forth. And I'm also seeing in my mind, like even just doing something like in silence, whatever your craft is or whatever your hobby is, the thing that you enjoy. Sometimes I sit and crochet in silence, right? Or you could like, sometimes I see people, they make clay animals, or they make like little clay earrings. You know what I mean? Whatever the thing is that you really enjoy doing. Could be stamp collecting, don't know. I don't know if anybody does that anymore, but whatever the thing is, being in that creativity in your brain, it's going to create new brain patterning and like the synapses, like I see them going together and I see like a burst. So it's allowing fresh ideas, new ideas. I'm feeling like your angels and guides have been giving you these ideas, but you're like kind of not paying attention because you're distracted with like the outer reality, as we all are. And but being in some creative thing and allowing that energy to pour forth, that's going to be very easy for your, you know, angels, your divine team to like give you divine idea after divine idea after divine idea, which is going to allow you to see, oh, this is what I need to be doing. I need to be doing blank. I need to be doing blank. Okay. And then you're going to be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So speak your truth, engage in your creativity. And when you fully see the truth, everything is going to be simpler. It's just going to be simpler. So doing less distractions, less social media, less toxic people, more creativity, more expression. Yeah, it's going to allow things to unfold for you guys. All right, you guys, my name is Arwen McLaughlin. I am a psychic intuitive, and I will see you guys in another video. Comment below if this helped you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.